Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the BillyJoe Podcast. I'm Billy.
I'm Joe.
Good to have you guys back for another week. Guys, please do not forget to like and subscribe to our Instagram, YouTube, and our Spotify at the BillyJoe Podcast. You'll see it coming up right now. Also, a major thank you to all our partners and all our sponsors. You'll see them coming up as well on your screen right now. Without you guys, obviously, there is no BillyJoe Podcast. And once again, a special mention to our partners, Mic'd Up, for putting this on and projecting us in the right direction. Joey.
Billy,
how are you, mate?
Good. Sorry, I had to get involved with this one this week. I love it.
It's good. What's going on?
But it's not there now.
No, it's not there. Now we look like now we look like silly people doing that, yes? Mind my language. How you going, bro? You good?
Yeah, good, bro.
That's good. Got another absolute belter today?
This one, when you mentioned him, right, I had to get me thinking.
Yeah.
But the minute you sent me the cover with his name, I knew exactly who he was.
Good one, eh?
And without further ado,
guys, I do have a very, very good friend of the show, mate. One of my day ones, an absolute pioneer of Sydney's night scene. Very reputable DJ. He's done it all. He's played. He's had a roller coaster of a journey. Whether it may be his personal life, even in DJing, with everything. This guy he was going to leave no stone unturned. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce good friend, DJ Micky D. Welcome to the podcast, my brother.
Oh, look, man, I am incredibly impressed. Look at this place and look at the two of you. All I've just been doing is watching and listening, and just first and foremost, congratulations, right?
Thanks,
Thank you, Micky. In all seriousness, I think the topic around mental health, right? It is so important, and I think having you guys tell the story in your most authentic way is so important. And I think the time now that I can just share with you guys and I guess your audience, I couldn't be more grateful. So first and foremost, congratulations.
We appreciate you. Thank you, Micky. Thank you.
So good.
That's awesome.
Going off the back of my 2 cents in the introduction, he was telling me my mate Micky D and whatnot. I've got a really bad memory, Micky, right? And you could possibly bring that back to trauma. But when he sent me the cover, when he sent me the CD cover,
great,
and Micky D was flat, and I knew exactly who you were. I used to listen to your music.
Great.
So at my parents' house in Punchbowl, I got a garage.
Nice.
I used to have my gym equipment there when I used to play footy.
Yep.
And I actually train to his energy music.
There you go, bro.
There you go.
That just makes me feel old.
You're not.
No. I don't know if that's supposed to G me up and make me feel good and pumped, but I would just feel old.
How old were you when you entered the night scene?
So yeah, 18. So Parramatta Leagues, Kicks nightclub, was when I sort of first started my whole clubbing career. Before that, if I could rewind back before that, it was Canterbury Ice Rink. So I lived in Marrickville, and I was an ice hockey player, and the DJ just didn't turn up on a Saturday. And I'd been buying music. I'd been buying vinyl well and truly before that, just loved music. And the DJ didn't turn up. I said to Ian Milner, who was the manager at the time of Canterbury Ice Rink, I said, hey, DJ hasn't turned up. Drive me home. I've got some music. Let me just go and do that. Drives me home, gets all my records and CDs, and next minute I've started my first company, which was Goose DJs with a guy by the name of Scotty Callahan. We were 14 at the time. We took over the Friday nights, Saturday nights, and the Sunday afternoon skating session discos. And that's sort of where it all began. And then I paused because I got engaged at a really young age. 15 and a half, fell in love.
Engaged.
Lefty 10.
Wow.
And I decided that, you know what, that lasted for 6 months because I just thought when I was 15, 16, I knew the world, but that obviously lasted only for 6 months. I came back and I had this opportunity to go overseas to play. I was playing for Australia at the time, and then I went over to Canada and played 2 years. Worth of ice hockey. So yeah, that's
who you're there, right?
That's That's the only dark. Not trying to be racist at all, and apologies to any of the
Bro,
listeners.
I want to say it, but I didn't want to say it at the same time.
So let me be. I think there were 2 Filipino players in my entire career. Right, one of them played also for Australia at some particular point. But yeah, so I was 14 at this time, playing for the Australian junior team. I was assistant captain on this particular tour. But when I separated from my partner at the time, I was like, heartbroken and so forth. And I just immersed myself into sport. Had the opportunity to go over to Canada. I had some scouts pick me up. And so I went over and played ice hockey over there, semi-professional, for 2 years. So I paused on the whole DJing thing.
Yeah.
Back when I was 18, and then just was like, okay, I want to pick up this whole music and DJing thing. Did Parramatta Leagues, Kicks nightclub. God bless Kicks.
Never experienced it, but I heard about it.
Apologies for any Parramatta supporters, but yeah, bloody Parramatta. But yeah, so I started my DJing career in there after having a big break, and then the rest is history.
Never turned back.
I never turned back. Yeah, just loved it. Loved music. Music is just a big part of me, and Billy will know this. Him being a DJ as well. And I think as my story will go, and as I talk through this, when I paused DJing when COVID happened, like a lot of people, I thought it was the greatest thing. I'd been burnt out. I'd been doing it for so long. I just thought, stuff this. I need to focus on my family and my life as a corporate person. And then it wasn't until I stopped and waited for a few years why I really love DJing. Usually it's either for drugs or girls or being the center of attention. But the one thing that I just missed and what I loved about it is seeing people happy through music, playing and seeing someone dance or seeing someone come up and go, thank you so much. That was the best set. Thanks again for making my night. Thanks again for being part of something special. Thanks again for giving me that mix because I was able to train at the gym or motivate myself for a fight or any of those sorts of things. And it's what I really, really missed. You can't get anything. There's nothing that can substitute that for me.
Well, I used to DJ as well. So I've done the whole club, the Cross, Roxy. Know exactly what you're talking about. And it's funny you say COVID because I used COVID to get out. And I thought I was over it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm done. But then I had my cousin's birthday a month ago.
Oh, a bit more.
6 weeks ago.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah. And I just jumped up and said, I was there, they were organising it, and I go, I'll DJ it. And they go, nah, man, we want you there, we want you to have fun. I go, trust me, I'll do it.
Nice.
So then I'm talking to Billy, I'm going, Bill, like, I'm going to be DJ at my cousin's birthday. I need some music. He goes, bro, if you're coming back to do a gig, you ain't doing it on your own. He goes, I'm coming.
Nice.
Coincidentally,
Yeah.
oh, bro,
This is the back-to-back,
Yeah,
bro. It just worked out well.
So that night, and it wasn't like a massive, there wasn't 100 people.
Yeah.
There was about 20, 30 people.
Yeah.
And we went back to back. I didn't skip a beat.
Nah, bro, I swear to God.
And it wasn't my equipment and it wasn't my music.
Yeah.
And as you know,
Yeah.
when it's not your music,
Awful.
right? It's so hard to DJ.
I left you on your own, bro. I actually left with my music. I left you on your own.
And I was just like, I missed it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and the music, man, and the energy you get.
Yeah.
Because when you see and know that you've got people on a string,
Yeah.
and you're giving them that enjoyment,
Yeah.
mate, there's no dollar sign that can
No.
replace that, that feeling.
Yeah, and I know I'm darting around here for a moment, but I think when I finished up my role over at News, and we'll come back to that in a second, I didn't know what else to do. I've had an incredible career in terms of media, but then all of a sudden you've got this noise. There is an abundance amount of noise, when you've done something for so long, and then all of a sudden you get that ripped away. And so for me, my default was music, because whilst I paused DJing, I still just like, collecting music, tinkering around on the nets, every once in a while I'll have a little mix and so forth. Yeah. So when I started chasing it at my age now, it's very different. When you pause, come back, sometimes you feel like there's a bit of entitlement. I thought, you know what? I've had a really good career. I know
you're a veteran.
People,
you're a veteran.
All those sorts of things, right? What I realized, that didn't matter anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it didn't matter, because technology is incredible. There's so many great DJs. Music's so accessible. I don't have that right. I thought I had right, but everybody else has got that opportunity now. I was once that person, that kid looking for that opportunity, but now it's such a different world. So the way that I started trying to get back into the scene, when I was like trying to reach out to get some gigs, I started going to competitions. So I would see these places that I really wanted to play at. And so I just enter into these DJ comps, and I've done a whole bunch of them, mainly because I want to put myself out there. I really want to put that people on that string again and feel that opportunity and just be part of something really special. Then the other big challenge is trying to put music together, not knowing if you're not playing a lot, you don't know what to play and what's going to make people go. So I've had to watch YouTube videos or go onto Instagram and go, okay, this is what's good, or look at track sets from Tomorrowland or whatever. But that's so different, because that's not me. So you're just trying to learn this whole process. And DJing is so different from playing vinyls and doing, like a 5-minute mix or all that sort of stuff. Everything's so quick, and there's so much out there right now. So it's been a really interesting journey, a very, very interesting journey for someone like me, because people just see it.
Yeah,
they'll just go, oh, he's pretty cool. Like, he's doing all these vinyl reviews. But man, there is a lot that happens in my own headspace, a lot of self-doubt and all of this sort of this noise that goes, this self-critical going, man, should I be doing this? Why am I doing this?
Mate, Mickey, bro, I'm not just saying this because you're here, bro, but you are a veteran of the industry. Everyone from our era, area and era.
What was the area?
Bro, you are, man. You've got the accolades. DCM resident. Yeah, for all the youngers that don't know what DCM is, it's pretty much playing NRL in the Sydney nightlife when it comes to DJing.
Yeah.
Envy nightclub.
Yep.
Black Market.
Yep.
These are all monster nightclubs and monster brands that you were part of, and part of the four walls there. Don't take that, bro. Don't take that away from yourself. That's amazing. But I know I want to go back. Not now. I do want to touch on your early childhood, but I do want, while we're on the topic of DJing.
Yeah.
You said Joey mentioned having them on a let's say that's the DCM floor, isn't it?
Well, I've just found, it's so funny, right? Last week or 2 weeks ago, I was just in the garage and looking at a whole bunch of old cutouts of 3D World. So anybody that doesn't know what 3D World, before the internet, before Facebook and all sorts of different things, DJs or anybody that was looking to go out to places, they would have this magazine or this newspaper that would come out every single week. It's called 3D World. Come out every single week, and you would have a look and see, okay, what's happening. This particular ad is for DCM New Year's Eve 1999, the Millennium Party, right?
Ticket over to 2000. Wow.
Nuts.
I can't explain to you when I found, because when you're busy and you've got family and you've got a day job and you've got all these things happening, right? You don't look at the past. When you get time back in your world, you start reflecting, right? When I found that the other day and I did this whole sort of vlog on it, I just was like, what is this? And the condition it's unbelievable. So yes, the last official DCM party of the 20th century, 1999, 31st of December, 1999. That is when, and I played that changeover.
The 12.
I did the 12 o'clock.
The countdown.
Wow. And not only did I get paid an incredible amount of money, Because if anybody remembers that moment, everybody thought the world was going to collapse.
Yes,
Computers,
yes.
Crash.
crash, all of those sorts of
DJ decks will stop working.
things were going to implode, explode.
Yeah,
so we were
yeah,
like
right.
being able to just say, yeah, not a problem. I'll do that. And this is how much I'm going to charge, right? In that moment, looking back at it, I didn't think how significant that was until probably 2 weeks ago.
Wow.
Literally until 2 weeks ago. I just was like, holy hell. Because so many people talk about this club in our sort of era in terms of nightclubbing. Everyone, there's so much around this whole era that I'm just like leaning right into it at the moment. The whole nostalgia, because people, when you're at our age now, people are just trying to think about that and want to relive it. Also, there's these young people that are like going, oh my God, tell us a lot more about it. So so that's why when Billy said, can you share some photos of things, I was like, oh man, I just started looking at a couple of important moments, and then anybody that was there, they'll remember that. I've got photos and a whole bunch of stuff from that night.
I'll call it the back end of the era of this years. Used to go underage and stuff, bro. But I remember as a kid, my parents dropping us off to my grandparents' house, and my parents were going out, or my uncles and all that. And they never knew where they were going in the mid-90s, but now I know where. Bro, before I was talking about something before about having those people having that feeling of controlling people on the string, their emotions.
Yeah,
bro. Joey, you know what I'm talking about? That feeling of that rush we get when we drop a big track. When you drop a big track, that rush you get, and you just see everyone happy. You see everyone just reacting and happy and cheering and just punch in the air, bro. That feel, I don't think there's anything like it, bro. I don't think I've ever experienced a rush, which is why I keep doing it.
Yeah.
My question to you, my bro, is: do you realize that your body needed that rush, which is why, like, obviously to help your mental state, to give you that balance, to give that balance, you know what I mean? That bit of a dopamine hit, but because life can get serious, bro. And let's face it, DJing helps us.
Yeah,
it's my escape sometimes.
It is it's addictive.
Yeah,
it's really addictive. I think the change for me was going from loving it and doing it because I loved it, and then switching over to it being a job, right? So towards my end, I was resident at Bungalow 8. I was doing all of Ivy. I was doing cargo. I was doing a stack of stuff in the cross. So, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 gigs every single weekend and through the week. It's just a lot. And then I had my full-time corporate job because I always wanted to make sure I had both. It just got really wearing, and then you just take everything for granted. Like I just thought, I started being upset leaving the house before and getting to a gig, and that's not right. Like people are paying money to go out and have a good time, and I'm there like, I don't want to be here. Like that's not right. I enjoyed still seeing people happy. So yes, that dopamine, that rush, that thing that either is in your heart or in your gut that you just cannot, or just excite yourself, that is what I still feel. There's certain things that I hear, especially now when I'm like sort of recording or doing something for YouTube or whatever, and I still feel like I'm playing at DCM for certain music. Happiness won, right? It is, for me, that was just, I still remember listening to that song, then going up to One Stop DJ and buying it on that Sunday morning when they opened up. I got the name of either, Kirky or Jules or whoever, and just went, I've got to have that. I really want that. You can't just go and go to Spotify. You can't go to YouTube. You
actually go to stores and buy it.
And just buy it. But because you loved it, right? You do whatever you could do to just get it and consume it.
Good times, bro.
Did you ever play a Dragonfly?
Yes.
2008?
Yes.
Yeah, bro.
I've changed over with you.
There you go, bro.
Had I been drinking at the time?
I don't know. All I know, when he said bungalow, when he started rattling off
the names,
at the cross, I've worked with him.
Sapphire Lounge. I was there at Sapphire.
Yeah, with the sailors.
Saleh boys.
Yeah.
How
But
good's the
we-
cost, bro?
I've done a 9 p.m. set.
Oh, yeah.
I think I went to like 10:30.
Yep.
And then you've jumped on,
Oh, yeah.
and it just
10:30 to 12.
it dawned on me that
That's him.
it's him.
Why you? Like EP1 obviously was, well and truly before that.
EP1, yes.
EP1 piano room.
Yeah,
so-
piano. Wow.
Trademark.
Trademark.
All of John's.
Dragon Flight's a tunnel. Dragon
Yeah.
Flight's a tunnel. You remember we used to pay every Friday night. We used to pay be new. And
So yes, did all of that. Yeah, did all of that era, and I was actually really interesting. I won't say any names, but I went to a DJ meetup on last week, and there's a couple of scenes that really excite me. Right, there's scenes there that I don't know anybody, which is good, and I'm trying to get my name into these things because again, it's exciting to play in places that you just never played before. I've never felt so out of place though. So out of place. I haven't said this. Yeah, I said this. I said this to someone the other day, but I remember just going, "What am I doing here? What am I? I don't know anybody. Everybody's young and eager and exciting. I just finished off an event, and I thought, oh well, there's this meetup. I'll come and introduce myself, put my name down.
no familiar faces.
Not a single familiar face, and I'm pretty open, right? So
Yeah.
I said hello. But I just started looking around. And the venue, I remember being a resident and a DJ at this venue many moons ago.
Could you drop the name or no?
No, because it was just because the organisers were doing the right thing.
Yep.
It was great. And I have a choice. Everybody, all of us, we've got a choice to do
100%.
anything in life, right? And most people, I think, would just go, oh, no, stuff this, I mean, I don't know anybody there, blah, blah, blah. But you know what? Got a bit of time on my hands. Why not? But I felt so out of place. And it reminded me to think, well, actually it's just rethinking about what do I want to do and where do I want to be and what's my next role when it comes to things like music and DJ.
Have you reached out to someone? So you've come back. Have you reached out to someone that you thought they're a good friend, or there's a connection there, or there's a long-standing friendship, and they've let you down? In the sense you thought that would help you get your foot back in the door, and all you hear is crickets, or you haven't had that moment?
Yeah, I think I wouldn't say that I've reached out. Yeah, well, yes. The short answer is yeah. Yep. I well and truly have. And I just think people are either busy or they are already focusing on their business and business model, right? Which makes complete sense. DJing is so much more accessible now. There's really good talent. You can get music from everywhere. And a lot of people they've done their time.
I get it, but you can't buy experience, Mickey.
I had this same conversation with
Right.
someone the other day.
Yeah,
but
bro.
I'm just another name, though. You got to remember that for a moment. Forget about the name. You got to think about what's relatable. Where I think experience and where I think I might have an opportunity in this part of my career is around production, right? Using the experience of music that you and us three, think is old, but is actually new to that next generation. And I hear it. I hear it in the cycle of music. I just know, oh my God, that
All the remakes.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they're new.
Yeah, what
Yeah.
you sample and all that.
But they're familiar to us.
Yeah.
Right. So that is where I think the next opportunity may lie. But I just and I've been very transparent and honest in other conversations. Whilst I've produced and I spent a fair bit of time with different DJs and producers, it's just never been me. I've always loved playing. That's where my love and passion's been. I've produced with people and people have produced for me, but I just much prefer to play. That's why now at the moment I sort of spend more time creating content or leaning into nostalgia. I remember this, and I've said this before, but I remember trying to reestablish or grow an audience or a community across the channels. and I just wasn't getting a lot of traction. But I was also doing a lot of new stuff like hard techno, house, tech house, and so forth. All these new and amazing tunes, and just really starting to try to push and promote that. But I wasn't getting a lot of interest, and I sat there. I was in my studio. I was looking around all these records. And I got so much music. I was looking around. I was like, why don't I just do a vinyl review? Why don't I take my favorite record, which is One Happiness, and just talk about that? And ever since that moment, that was probably about 3, maybe 4 months ago, maybe a bit longer, I've just lent into that reminder of people, that reminder of that era.
I froth over it, bro.
And it's actually really funny. Like, it really is. Like, and I think I'm getting a bit tired of it. People love it. I'm getting a bit tired of the format. So it's like you guys, right? You start thinking, oh, how can I do things better?
What a tweak.
To that. So now it's just about, okay, well, how do I tell that same story, but in a slightly different way that grabs people a little bit more and gets people excited.
You don't want it to be Groundhog Day, bro. And you get over it and all that.
Yeah,
Mick,
it's got to be sustainable,
bro. Fantastic career, and I'm not here to shy away from it. But I want to ask you something, bro. I want to go back to young Micky D, baby Micky D. Like how life was like as a kid growing up. How's family life? How's all that sort of stuff? I'd love for you to touch on that, bro.
Yeah, this is one of the ones that I don't really talk a lot about. Fun fact about me: I'm half Filipino, half Czech. My mum, who's the Filipino, she raised me, had me, and then came over to Australia. I reckon I was about 4 or 5. I reckon.
You haven't changed, bro.
I haven't changed. Oh. Single mother. I don't know my dad. And I never ever thought that was an issue. Like, I never thought. Now I'm getting a bit older and I've got my own kids and family and so forth. It's really starting to play more and more on my mind. My mum was one of 7, and was the only girl out of the 7. She was very. I was like, when I think about my mum and what she has done to come from a third world country, raise me here in Australia on her own by herself, with no money, like that sort of traditional sort of hard story. She was a carer for a doctor. Oh man, I reckon I could cry right now.
She looks so beautiful, eh?
She's got dementia at the moment. She absolutely means the world to me. I don't have any brothers or sisters. I've always just
only child.
I've always just been an only child. She was a nurse for a while. She worked in a nursing home. She was a nurse, then she was a cook at that nursing home, based over in Dulwich Hill. And I only get my work ethic from her. Like, I only know life as in terms of just working. She worked so hard to just make sure that she gave everything, to me. She's had a couple of partners in her life. Every time, it sounds a bit weird when I say partners, but, she's remarried a couple of times. Each person has passed away, and each person that's been a father figure to me has always done an incredible job. But my mum's always just been an absolute rock. It's hard with people, and anybody that's listening, for anybody that's got dementia or people with dementia. It's really sad when you start seeing people all of a sudden just changing or not knowing who you are. But I can't be any more grateful. She's paid for my education. She was very supportive through my ice hockey. She never really understood the whole DJing thing, but she just always wanted to make sure that I was happy. She helped me get to Canada. That was really hard. I was only 15, 16 at the time when I had to leave her. But she's just always been her rock. And at the time of this recording, and anybody's listening to that, tomorrow is actually her 79th birthday. So So yeah, it's pretty
Massive, pretty.
Massive.
It was her birthday.
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, she's very, very cool. I love her.
Mickey, what a disgusting disease, eh?
Yeah.
I feel you, brother.
Yeah.
My mum's also got dementia,
Yeah.
and I've lost my father. I think about Billy 3-4 months ago,
Probably 4.5.
and at the moment, Mum thinks I'm dad. She thinks I'm her husband, and it fucking kills me. And my siblings and I, we haven't even had the chance to mourn our father's death because we've gone straight from burying my father straight into care. I feel you, my bro, and let me tell you, you're not on your own, man. And what you're doing and what you're doing for Mum is so commendable, bro. It is. I can safely say this now. If you're pulling your weight with a dementia, someone in your family that's battling dementia, it is one of the most powerful acts of love and humanity that you can do on the face of this earth. Yeah. Cancer, amputees, disabilities, short chromosomes, nothing compares to dementia. Because something I've said to my sister is, in essence, I've lost 2 parents. The only difference is one's not breathing.
Yeah. I can't imagine. Yep.
Fuck, bro.
I just for myself and anyone that's listening that's dealing with this, I think I need this for myself because I sometimes get to the point where I'm about to snap, bro. It's my patience is because Mum's is like I've got a very good friend of ours and he's a massive supporter of the show.
Yep.
And he's a partner of what we're doing. His father's got dementia.
Yeah, wow.
So placid, mate. I've spent an afternoon with him, went for lunch. He's just so quiet, so like, what a afternoon we had. Yeah, he was just doing his own thing, didn't make a peep.
Nice.
But then my mum, the aggression, like I've got bruises and scratch marks, and it's almost like she knows she's not right.
Yeah.
And she's lashing out, fighting, but can't say that there's something wrong with me.
Yeah.
And she's coming after myself and my siblings, right? And it gets to the point where I just turn, man, and and then I'll raise my voice and I'll be like, just stop.
Mm. Yeah.
Have you had that snap moment where it's gotten too much?
I think that yes. I think the challenge that I find is just the loss of identity. These are our rocks. Let's just go back to that. Like we were kids. Our parents are they're our rocks, right? That's who we look after. That's who we look up to. And look, this is life, right? And love is the thing that can be the hardest part of this. And so I think when you see them in their most vulnerable state, it's challenging. It's really hard to deal with. It's there's no book. It's like when you become a parent, right? It's just like everyone says these things are going to be hard and blah blah blah, but it's different for everybody. But
nothing can prepare you.
But you love, right? And I think how I deal with it now is it's those constant reminders, it's calling, it's making sure that you're staying present. She's in the country, she's on our farm, which is just really lovely, and she's with her partner, which is really great.
Oh, beautiful.
But we've got to have a plan. I spoke to her partner, Brian, the other day, and, we've got to work out a plan around what this looks like in case he passes and what we need to do with her and living with me and all of those sorts of things.
There's tough conversations.
Tough,
Yeah.
talk about your will.
Yeah, bro, there's tough convos are the worst, man.
I just, but I think once you start putting the emotion aside, you start thinking, okay, let's do this while we can.
Yep.
Before it's like, but we can't, and then we are literally then just dealing with erratic behavior. I'd rather get her to be able to go, this is what I want, this is what we're going to do, and get her support and consultation, and then after that, we go for the ride.
Yeah,
and whatever that ride looks like, and just appreciate these moments, and everything that we can while we can, and enjoy that and live in that legacy.
Absolutely.
Boys, first and foremost, bro, I just want to say thank you for both opening up about this, bro, because this is what we're about, Joey.
Yeah, sorry, man. It's
Don't be sorry, man.
Don't be sorry.
Boys, this is exactly what we're here for, bro. This is the space that we need. This is the space that every man needs, bro, and I really appreciate you boys opening up. I've touched wood, bro. I'm not in that situation. I can't imagine how hard it'll be. Like you said, bro, these people raise you.
Yeah.
These people raise you, bro. These people used to feed you, clothe you, protect you, and just to go through that, bro, and just them pretty much not knowing who you are or where they are, I can't imagine.
Yeah, I actually wouldn't wish this
on anybody.
Not even an enemy.
Yeah.
Joey, is this bro, I want to ask something, Joe. Sorry, Mickey. I also want to ask Joey.
Absolutely.
Is this harder than your dad's death?
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah, absolutely.
It is?
100%.
Fuck, that's big, bro.
100%.
It's probably because
It's fucking big, man.
It's probably because
Yeah.
you're still seeing them.
They're there.
Not there.
They're there, but not there.
Yeah, like it's just a you can sort of say goodbye to death in some
Yeah,
weird
you
way.
got closure.
Yeah.
But you just don't.
No.
You're just sort of thinking, how can I help? I just want to help more than anything. I want to help. What can I do? Can I give medicine? Blah blah blah. But there's nothing. You're sort of set on a course of these emotions and this new reality.
I used to get frustrated seeing my dad just laying there. Because my dad was a quadriplegic, had a stroke, ended up being a quadriplegic, non-verbal, was just laying there for 5 years. I used to get frustrated for him. But, like I said, it's a complete difference. Very different, but very similar to what you boys are going through, bro. It's just, but just seeing him active and alive and talking, but not talking the way you know him to be talking and acting the way that you guys know. Like,
Not reality.
Should be hard. Mickey, bro, God bless your mum, my bro. God bless you. It's not an easy pill to swallow.
I just think it's important, though, that I think sharing these stories, when we can look back, or if somebody listens to this, knows that, you know what, they can get through it, they can reach out, they can speak about it. I always just think if we can just let it out a little bit, like the typical male dad, be tough. I think I was listening to one of your sessions the other day. You can't just eat concrete and get hard anymore. Like the times have changed, right? I'd rather cry in front of many people to know that, you know what, I'm just a human. I'm a human. You're a human, and you're a human, and it's actually okay to reach out and just say that I need help.
100%, bro. The way I see it, man. The way I see it, I'm a parent now. We're all parents. Like, the way I look at it now, which is what flicked the switch in my brain, boys. Like, if my son ever had an issue, I don't want him sitting in his room stressing, worrying, fuck, what do I do here? What do I do here? Like, he's only 6 years old, but when he gets older, bro, God knows what's ahead of him. Like, I don't want him to sit there worrying. No problem's too big, bro.
Yeah.
No problem is too big for our kids to come to us. As much as it's going to kill us, as much as it will fucking embarrass us, no problem is too big. And just fucking talk about it, man. Just to talk about it, bro. No matter with who. You know what I mean, bro? Like that's already 80% of the issue fixed. True?
Yeah.
True?
Well, this is
100%.
what you're doing. This is what you guys are doing now. It's what I'm trying to do in terms of leaving some type of a footprint on the world for my children. Right, so when they listen to this at some particular point, or see TikTok or something there that I have done, I want them to listen to this and look at this and just smile. I had a great time trying to leave something for them, not just a figment or an imagination or someone that just works so hard, but just know that I just love them. And when they listen to this again, they can remember how much I love them.
That's beautiful.
That is beautiful. That is beautiful. Something I want to touch base on. Only child, Mickey, yeah? Mum was a single mother. When you look back on your childhood, was there a moment that you thought was normal, right? Because that's just what you knew. But now as an adult, as a father, you know, knowing what we do for our kids, can you think of a moment in your childhood where you now look at it and think, fuck, that was fucked up?
It's really interesting when you start. I'm dark. Yeah.
Yeah.
I never thought myself at that point when I was younger as anybody different, even though I was different, right? It really became probably a bigger portion or an issue when I was playing ice hockey overseas in Canada. Whilst I was loving and enjoyed the experience, I got lots of challenging comments about my skin color and who I was and why am I doing here, to a point where I had to actually, I think, defend myself. You know, I got into multiple fights. There was lots of issues.
Yeah.
And I just think to myself, why? Like, what the? I'm a human. Doesn't matter. Forget about my skin
100%,
color.
100%.
But I've always accepted me because I went to a white school predominantly. I never thought of myself as anybody different, but you could. And when you start looking at now as an older person and being a very protective father, I think things have definitely changed and changed for the good. But mate, we're just different. I was looked differently. I was always competing in spaces where I was the only Filipino person. Some people thought I was Aboriginal. No disrespect to them. Some people thought I was an Islander. No disrespect to them. It was always very, confusing. And when I still remember this, when I was coming through the ranks as an ice hockey player, people were just judging me based upon my age and my size. So I grew up very, very quickly, like some boys do. And I would always get questioned, how old are you? What proof do you have of your age? Because I was big, I was fast, I was pretty aggressive, and I loved it. And so at that age, you never think about it. But when you've just asked me then now, yeah, you just go like, why? And I think to myself now, thank God there's been more publicity about age, gender, rights and so forth, right? I personally believe that we're all the same. 10 fingers, 10 toes. We're all humans.
Same color blood.
We're all doing the same thing, most of us. Yes, there's going to be some bad and there's some challenges and there's all political issues and so forth, right? People can debate and have those conversations, right? That to me is not I don't mind sort of debating about politics, but I think at the end of the day, I have a big belief around treating everybody respectfully straight from the start. I'll trust you, love you, do whatever you can, help and support and so forth. But as soon as you do something bad,
until you burn it, yeah,
then we've got an absolute problem.
Yeah,
it's just interesting and weird. And I never knew because I had a father figure, but when I discovered that I actually didn't have a dad, that also was like really defining and different. Like I only found out, I reckon I would have been about 9, 10. Yeah. And just,
Have you tried looking for him, Mickey?
Man, I've had this conversation a lot with my wife. I feel like that's opening Pandora's box, and I'm happy to be challenged, but I've sort of put that pretty deep. I've tried to ask my mum That seems to be a very hot topic. You know, she doesn't want to talk about it respectfully, and I respect her. I love her, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to open that box of challenges as well. I've got my assumptions, but I just, it's weird. Like, I've never seen a photo.
Really?
Wow.
You know, like, I just, yeah.
Wow.
And it becomes more challenging as you get older, because you start thinking more about your past and your upbringing and your so forth. But like I said before, my mum's my world. That was the world that I grew up with. She is my rock. That's who I looked up to. That's who I'm very grateful for. And that's why I respect, you know, her boundaries and so forth. But yeah, I could take a blood test. I could go and I could do all of those sorts of things. I just don't know if I want to open up that box just yet.
Yeah, you're 21 years old now. You don't want to, you know what I mean? So you've lived 21 years now without knowing. So there's no point living another 21 years. I got your back, bro. I got your back.
Oh, true. Thank you so much.
No, all good. Vic, mate, quick one. Growing up as kids, bro, we don't know any better. My parents probably could have struggled, and I would have had no idea.
Yeah.
Sometimes I did know. As I got older, we had a lot of issues, but I'm not going to get into that.
Yep.
Joey, you probably had no idea. Your parents were probably doing it tough at one stage, bro. And you had no idea. Did your mum ever make you feel like you were like, not intentionally, but like you guys were like going without, and you'd see the other kids, and it really hit you, like it really hurt you, like fuck, man, like why are we eating noodles, for instance? Or was it just growing up in the kid from Marrickville, growing up playing in the street, bro? Come home with the lights come on, you eat what you eat, shower up, and go to bed.
My mum always felt like she provided for us, for me.
Hats off to her, by the way, mate. That's
You know,
a massive feat what she's done.
You know what I mean? Like I never felt I went without, and I was very lucky. Like because I worked really young. I had, you know, at a young age, I was able to make money in different ways, all legal.
Sure.
but I was always just, you know, I was always able to get things or do things. I just think there is one very interesting moment, and I've not said this before, but my mum, the person that she had married to at one particular stage, was cheating on her, and I still remember this one moment by when we were getting picked up to go to church. You know, we're Christians. We were getting picked up to go to church, and as we're getting picked up, let's call it my stepdad at the time, was getting his girlfriend coming to our house. And when you're a young, I don't know how old I was maybe 8, maybe 9, maybe 10, like something around that age. I never understood. I didn't understand what was going on. But I remember looking at my mum, and I just remember seeing how upset and how hurt she was. And she loved this guy for so long, until she decided that enough was enough and she couldn't be in that situation anymore. But I just cement that for a moment, because that is well and truly, that's trauma for me.
Yeah.
But imagine sitting there as a young child, your mum, let's call it dad, and another woman intersects, and you're and then you're looking at your mum, and she's like heartbroken, and you're seeing this lady going up into your house. Like, that's, you can't even comprehend that, and the feeling that I think just is so deep seated. But if you imagine seeing that today, just imagine seeing your child all of a sudden seeing these people, these women moving in and out, but one person's being heartbroken, the other person's being happy, and then there's a stranger.
We'll linger. I won't leave you.
Like just wildness.
Bro, it's crazy.
Like just wildness. And a lot of, and look, again, I'm not going to generalize, but I would only assume that there is a lot of women, people that are in love with situations that they don't need to be in. And I just think to myself now, if you're not in a good situation, get out. For whatever reason, get out. You deserve better. If I could go back at that moment and be of age and say to my mum, mate, get out of that.
Let's go.
Get out of that. Like, why do you need to be here?
Mm.
You're a good woman. You're a good person. Get out of that.
Yeah. A lot of it's unwarranted, bro. It's just sad.
Do you find you're a better partner, Mickey, because of moments like that?
Yeah, I've always been very loyal to anything that I've done, whether it's, DJing and music or my career over at News Corp or anything like that. I love loyalty. I like things to be the same, but I also love pushing myself and doing new things. And I'm a creature of comfort, but I also love exploring, traveling and doing like everything new. So yeah, I feel like we're all put on this earth as humans to just be good. I know that's not true in reality because there's good and there's bad.
Yeah, a lot of shit.
But we're all, most like you guys, we should be just respectful and nice to people, and the world would just be so much better. But it just isn't. But I just want to be a good person, help out, see people happy, do the right thing. And I just know that by doing that part, that my kids, my family, my friends will just be better from that. And that's what makes me happy. It actually seeing people happy because I've been able to help with doing something.
Well, just because the world is shit, it doesn't mean our world needs to be shit.
Correct. Yeah.
So the world can do what it wants to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I like to think is my circle is my world.
Yeah.
And we can impact that. I might not be able to change the world, but I can change mine and the people around me.
Yeah.
And I think it's beautiful, and I'm loving the fact, Mickey, honestly, I can see your journey and where you're going, where you want to be, and it's exactly it's our core value.
Yeah, nice.
And we absolutely love that, which brings me to let's talk News Corp.
Lovely.
Let's talk juice, yeah, Billy?
It's not, bro. You've been waiting for this, eh?
Yeah.
Mr. Hemi.
Yeah. I love that word.
Dad loves it too.
Oh, Dad's Hemi now.
How young were you there, bro?
Yeah, so that would have been taken almost 23 years ago. Yep. So what's that? 20 23, 24, 35. So what am I? 46 now? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mate, I just said you're 21.
Yeah. Sorry, 21. Yep. So that was that would have been so News Corp, or it would be News Australia back then. I was in the call center. I just finished up over at One Stop DJ. I was running that record store for a couple of years. I was I was just in between wanting to get out of a little bit of the DJing stuff because I always wanted to have some sort of a corporate identity just in case if things just didn't happen. So I took a temp gig. I was a temp working, I think it was like 3 days a week. I was doing teachers' subscriptions. So if you're a teacher and your subscription to the Daily Telegraph ran out, I would renew those with those orders. And so I just wanted something part-time. I just wanted to do a temp gig whilst I was still doing lots and lots and lots of DJing. I just didn't want to have, but again, just going back to the whole thing of working, all I know is work, whether it's DJing or playing ice hockey, just working.
Isn't it wild to think that you could DJ comfortably full-time back in the day?
Yeah.
on my feet. Isn't that wild, bro?
Yeah.
For fucking what, Tuesday, Wednesday to Sunday? Like, isn't that wild?
I was doing 7 days because there were Sundays and then there was Monday, Lizard Lounge, Monday nights, that was a thing. Then Tuesday hospital up at the Cross. I was just doing that. Then midweeks and then
Greenwood on Wednesdays.
Just Ranch Wednesdays. Remember
Ranch Wednesdays. Greenwood Thursdays.
Greenwood Thursdays, yeah.
Just all of those.
I used to play Lady Luck's Thursdays too.
Oh,
remember Lady Luck's? Fuck.
I do know.
I laughed at Villa Lady Luck's. I
I
used to play Lady Luck's Thursdays, bro. Oh my god, man. I'd get home 5. I'd get home 6 a.m. Bro, I'd get home 6 a.m. sober, obviously. Like nothing silly, not drinking or anything. Bro, I get home, sleep for an hour, go to work as a fucking accountant.
Oh, wow.
To all my clients, I did not let you guys down, and you guys know it, bro. And literally on my lunch breaks, bro, I'd have an app in my car because I had an hour lunch break.
Yeah,
wild times, bro. Sorry,
Yeah.
continue.
So that I don't know. There might be another photo because I can go back to this photo, but there was another photo. If you
Are you holding a basket? The photo?
Yes,
Yeah.
that was my last day.
Yeah,
So so if you think about like that photo, that was of not the one over at 9, but the one where I was a young kid over in the call center. This was my last day. So I just clocked 23 years, right, in that building. And I'd been very fortunate enough to work right across the country. I was overseas and traveled.
So what were you doing? What was your role with News Corp, Mickey?
So I was head of sales across independent agencies, and that basically meant my teams were looking after a whole bunch of independent agencies that would look after advertising for a whole plethora of different clients and industries. So whether it's wagering, FMCG, sports, all of that sort of stuff. I then also had another team that we would look after our major direct clients. So if they didn't have a media agency, I'd have another team that would look after that. But yeah, that was 14th or the 15th of June, 2024. The night
So recently.
Last year.
year. The night before that, I had this huge farewell. It was really interesting because 2.5 weeks prior to that is, when they send you this famous email. I know these emails, right? I don't know if anybody or if you guys have made people redundant in any of your careers, but you send an email to a staff, and they've got an hour to sort of get ready and have this conversation about some changes. And I remember that email coming through from my MD at the time, and it really hit. It really just hit. I thought maybe I have an opportunity here. Things are going to change. Blah blah blah. I might be able to apply for some roles, but no.
Did you have any idea? Like, did you say inkling?
The only inkling I would have felt or saw is when conversations stop happening, because that's what happens, right? You start getting removed from conversations. But I also thought that maybe the removal was also then looking strategically at, okay, they're going to have to get people to reapply for roles. So I thought maybe I had to reapply for a different role and I might have another opportunity that way. And you got to also remember in 23 years, I've survived something like 20 transformations. I went through the GFC, I went through COVID, like all of these things, So at one stage, you just think you're just indestructible.
So what was different this time though?
Well, I was made redundant.
100. That's a little different. Yeah.
Just that.
I don't.
But what were you lacking in your performance? Were you not committed anymore?
No.
There must have been something.
That I can't answer. That you're gonna have to ask News Corp that answer.
I can think of a reason, without disclosing too much. Like they look at. I've seen HR, how it works. I've been part of businesses as accountant. I've had these meetings with people. I think I'll say this with respect. Whoever's chewing the most salary, which they think they can.
I was just gonna say,
which
if he's on big coin.
Yeah, whoever's chewing the most salary, where they can merge 2 jobs into one, and then they'll cut back on expenses.
It's not even that, Bill. So what they'll do, they'll make him redundant.
Yep.
Right. Free up that money.
Yep.
Then create the same position, but just call it something else.
Here's the thing, though. Correct me if I'm wrong. You had a company for 23 years, brother. This redundancy package is not small. I don't want to know the number. I don't want to know the figure. but it's not small. There's, depending what's in your contract, there's 4 weeks up front, 6 weeks up front, 10 weeks up front. You get paid for you to go.
Yeah.
Plus, depending on every year you've worked in the company, you get 4 or 6 weeks pay based on every single year.
Yeah.
So let's talk. I'm not using Micky as an example. Say you're on like fucking 300,000. Excuse my language. If you're on 300,000 or something, whatever, your payout. So they're shafting you, and on top of that, it's costing them sometimes almost 400, 500,000 just to get you out the door. On top of the salary they've owe you for the year. So it's costing these people big. That's why I can't wrap my head around it sometimes. Unless a News Corp, maybe $500,000 is not maybe big bucks, but mate, it's in a nutshell, that's all it is, Joey. They pay. So if you get made redundant, it's not like, yeah, here's 4 weeks, see you later. No, brother. If you've been there for a while, these payouts are massive.
Yeah, it's juicy, but
How do they? I don't know what benefit they get from it. You're better off just fucking paying them the salary for 300-400 grand a year over X amount of years, and that's it. Even if you're not doing nothing financially, you're still as a business and a company, you're still in a better position than forking out $500,000 up front, whatever it is. Anyway.
well, did that not? Don't even want to go there regarding the payout figure. Did it still hurt?
Yeah, I would have retired there.
Oh well.
Yeah, and I've been very public in conversation because I loved it. Right, like News Corp was great to me. It was great to my family. There was a lot of firsts. There was a lot of opportunity. It ended up just becoming my breeding ground of
Home away from home, bro.
Just that's it, and that's all I knew. And even though you're at a company like News Corp, and I was there for such a long time, I had so many roles. I met so many people. I had so many great experiences. So I'm very grateful. Yes, it hurts and all of those sorts of things, but man, I loved it. I really loved it. I was good at it. I felt I was good at it. I felt like I was adding a lot of value, and that's really important, right? And value means different things to different people, but also value changes over the years, right? So leadership, I loved seeing people succeed. I helped, a whole bunch of young people, get awards and, get on to bigger parts of their career and be really, really successful. I saw so much change. And so I would have happily retired there. But, life happens, and these situations throw a huge curveball. I think, forget about money, right? Because it doesn't matter how much money I got paid to leave. Your mental health is, and let's go back to that. That is the biggest challenge, because
Absolutely.
my time, and I'll publicly say this. Chloe Hopper is an incredible business coach. She's not a qualified psychologist, but she has acted like that for me. She owns she does an incredible podcast at a business. But she helped me for pretty much the last, let's call it 9 to 10 months, when I finished up at News, got into a couple of other roles, met her to just work through all of the... When you leave a role, your identity is that. So like, say, for example, your partners, if you're married, your world is enmeshed into that. Right? They call it enmeshment, which is what I was suffering, or corporate grief. So again, let's just picture
Corporate grief. It's actually called that.
Yeah. Well, so just imagine, right? Let's just, so for your listeners, the best way to describe what I was going through is if your partner's come home after 23 years, said, "Babe, I don't love you anymore. We're done." You're then sort of thinking, hang on, is this a joke? But then all of a sudden the reality of that notion really starts sinking in. And then when you separate, all of a sudden you've always just been used to having the two of you, right? You've gone at life together. All of a sudden, I'm now Michael Desiere, Desi, which is what they called me. I'm just me, not Desi from News Corp. I'm just me. And I had suffered for so long thinking, what the hell? It's 18 months still. And I'm like, I don't have that armor. I always felt that people came to me with things because I could offer them something, right? Editorial support, understanding what they need to do with trying to get more people and eyeballs across socials and all that sort of stuff. But all of a sudden, when that last day and that photo with me holding that sort of gift, that all stopped. And then the day after that, also the Monday straight after that, my emails just got turned off. After 23 years, my emails got turned off. Like,
Fuck.
it just stops. It cut off, stops. And as nice as that may seem, like, don't get me wrong, people are like, oh man, I don't want to see that anymore. Yeah, I was the same. I was like, oh, I don't have to worry about doing the reports. I don't have to worry about doing budgets, forecast. But when that is your world, right? Like, you've got two legs. All of a sudden, you lose your two legs. You're like, oh my, I need to rebuild. But you've got to take a moment to think to yourself, well, what do I do now? What do I do now? I start looking at the garden. I start calling friends. Start getting back into music. But you still miss. There's something missing in
You're
you.
searching for it.
Yeah, because you don't know anything different. Only thing that you know is work or teaching or whatever. But
It sounds so familiar to an NRL player, eh?
I was gonna say that, bro. They lose their identity, bro.
When they retire, they lose being relevant.
Yeah.
They lose the fact that, when they go out, they get left alone a bit.
yeah,
They don't get as, walked up to or noticed.
yeah,
And a lot of ex-NRL players fall into massive depression because they lose their identity.
yeah,
Because their identity was the football field.
yeah.
Or it was the jersey they wore. I totally get it, Mickey. And what does life look like for you now?
So after I finished at News, I worked at Nine. I had a contract rollover at Nine, and it was quite entertaining because
I remember that, yeah.
when it was like, you sort of think about the two biggest media companies, in Australia, and I always wanted to see what it was like there. So a great man, Michael Steve-O, he was the chief commercial officer at the time, reached out, and I worked on a project for them for just under 6 months, and it was great, you know what I mean. But then that contract finished, and they had some changes happening over at Nine, and then I went into another role, got into the whole SaaS, ad tech technology, because after 23 years over at one company, you're just trying to improve or add different skill sets into your CV.
Yeah, of course.
And so that's what I have been doing. And I'm, to be very open and honest, I'm currently not working. I finished up at a job before, which I really, really loved, but I also wanted to think about where I can add more value in terms of, my life and my world. And corporate's been great, right? Corporate's good, but I also start thinking to myself now, is corporate where I want to be, or are there other opportunities? And that's what I'm currently exploring. And I've come back to music/content creation. Music's always been a big part of my life, but content creation hasn't. It's so weird.
Yeah.
And we were talking about that before.
That wasn't our generation.
Yeah, like
When you think about it, Facebook came out in like
04?
Mate,
no
04
later.
04, but
Oh, no, sorry.
got big in 07, 08.
Yeah, 07, 08.
go back before that. What about MySpace?
MySpace.
Yeah,
Remember Bieber?
But I'm just saying, do you know what I mean? Like all of those sorts of things. So technology now and being able to tell great stories is so different for our generation. So now I remember I was overseas last year, family holiday over in Asia, and I was taking all these photos, and I'm like, there's got to be a better way to tell a story now. Like there's got to be an app where I can upload some content and then being able to get a cut and then post it up that way. And so I got into CapCut, right, and started utilizing that, and now that's what I utilize that and use DaVinci a little bit and Final Cut Pro and a whole bunch of other ones. But that started my journey into just creating content in terms of what I'm doing now, and I enjoy it. It's a bit frustrating if I'm honest. It's sort of,
I don't have the patience for it.
Is that good? Is that bad? Does that make and I'm always going to be very critical because you want it to be great. But now I'm like, let's just put it out. Let's see what happens. My intention is to educate, get people happy, blah, 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 all those sorts of things. And if it does well, then great. If it doesn't, then
for anyone out there, music producer, music lover, 23 years at News, Channel 9 experience, please send all your CVs to the BillyJoe Podcast at outlook.com, and we'll be taking, mate, so employable.
Yeah, bro.
Bro, like,
Anyway.
you know what? I reckon enjoy this time with your family, Mickey.
Oh, it's the best.
Because let me tell you, very, very soon, bro, you're going to be back in the grind. No matter what it is you choose to do,
That's so true.
this isn't your end game. This isn't the end result.
Yeah.
Mate, I would be frothing at the idea, right? Bit of a sleep in, late night snacking on Netflix, bro. Enjoy it.
You've done your hard yards.
Enjoy it, bro. 23 years, bro. You deserve 2 years off.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Well,
So-
that's the thing. Like, I think that you guys have nailed it on the head. There's moments where you get anxious. You get like, what am I doing? Is this blah, 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 all those sorts of things. And you worry about money, even though, like the payouts are great and it affords you some more time. But it's with someone there that just only knows working. So that's why I try and keep myself busy with education, right?
Yeah.
Listening to podcasts, listening to you guys, reading stuff, doing searching, like all of those sorts of things. Like all of those is what's consuming. And if I can create great content that helps people, either inspires them, educates them, or do any of those sorts of things, I feel like that will open up more doors and opportunities.
100%.
You're on the right trajectory, bro. I love your content. You see me, bro. I froth at everything you comment. I don't do it because I love you, but I do it because I genuinely love it. Good. Well, just mate, it's DJ Micky D across all socials,
Sure.
Instagram, TikTok, and all that.
Yeah.
Guys, make sure to check it out, man. It's phenomenal stuff. And bro, yeah, it's not like Joey said, bro. This is not the final destination. I've been where you've been, bro. I've been where you've been, but I only lasted 6 months, bro. But I got poached from a noble accounting firm in Parramatta.
Yeah.
To work for an entertainment company in the city, which was a baby company. They promised me the world, A, B, and C. As soon as I got up there, I knew it was going to run to the ground within the first. I knew it was going to run to the ground. I'm not going to say it was.
He got served an Atlas.
I got so I knew. Anyways, bro. And then again, in saying so, bro, I went 6 months without working just after I got married. No one probably even knows that. I've just spilled the message.
So what did you do in the 6 months?
Nothing.
Oh, nice.
Just nothing.
Hey,
Nothing. And then
deception, yeah?
100%. But bro, I was training. I was playing footy. I was getting paid for. I was making a bit of coin from that. I was DJing heavily.
Yeah.
I was just enjoying. Mind you, I was fucking 26 years old, thinking I was able to retire at 26. You know what I mean? Because obviously, and then I'm like, then 6 months came and we had overseas trips booked in, whatever. We went on all that, whatever. I just got married, yeah. So I literally got married, came back from my honeymoon, worked a month, got made redundant. Anyway, it wasn't. Moral of the story, bro, is I fucking felt that. I'm like, I felt, what am I doing, bro?
Yeah.
What am I doing? What the fuck am I doing? I don't know what to do. My routine is wake up, shower, put your suit on, brush your teeth, do what you got to eat breakfast.
That's the system, bro.
You know what I mean, Joey?
That's the system.
But because we're so programmed, bro,
Yeah.
because I was so programmed, you can attest to this too, you can attest to this.
Yeah.
You're just so programmed to do the same, wired to do the same thing. And I got to a stage where I'm like, nah, bro, I need to do something. I need to do something here.
Yeah.
And but I was sort of enjoying it too. I was enjoying the freedom. So I end up finding factory work for this. I'd only work 5 hours in the morning. So I'd start at like 4:30.
Nice.
I'll be done by 9:30 in the morning. And I've worked. I've got my whole day.
Yeah.
Where I'm going with this, an opportunity just fell on my lap
Nice.
by coincidence. It led me to the journey. This was nearly 10 years ago, and now here I am today,
Yeah, nice.
talking to you,
Beautiful.
hosting this show with my brother Joey.
Yeah.
So moral of the story, bro, it's gonna come.
Yeah.
It's gonna come, bro. And and I personally think, I'm not just here to say this to you, I think content's a game, my bro.
Yeah.
I really think
it's got to be creative.
it's got to be, and consistency is key, huh, Joey?
Yeah.
That's right.
Especially in this game, bro. You know what?
Yeah. Yeah.
You got to be in their face. Just
Yep.
be in their face, and big things coming to you, my bro. I'm telling you. Keep at it, man.
100%.
Keep at it.
Well, I'm just enjoying it now. You know, I've found a couple of people that I'm doing some really great work with. Sam Pedler and Malik. They're just some really good creative people, and there's lots of great people that are just exploring. So I'm trying to find these little hubs of other creators that have just got these wild ideas. And there's this at the time we're talking to you guys, but there's this guy that's trying to do a DJ pancake rave. So at the moment, there's these big day coffee raves, right? You know, shout out to the guys over at
Is that the cafes where they have a DJ at a cafe and they start?
Mate, Blend Theory, go and check that out. These guys are getting DJs, doing coffees, but thousands of people.
You seen it?
Yeah.
Like, it's just wild. This other guy who I just ran into online is doing this pancake rave, right? So again, just making pancakes, having DJs, just like, it's just wild. Maple Social, they do the stuff, just all this just wild.
I told you this 20 years ago that this is what the industry will be.
Nah.
What would you boys have thought?
Literally, I posted this event that I went to, and people were like, no, like what? But once you go there, and as you know, guys that have DJ'd before, the vibe was just unbelievable.
Yeah, bro, crack up.
Everybody's just on coffee, high on life.
Good.
You know, like everyone was just enjoying it. And then, as I was talking to you on the way, I went to Restricted, right? This is this hard techno event.
You're a machine, bro.
I just went there again. I was like, what am I doing here, right? No alcohol, but just loving this whole community of people just really enjoying themselves, right? Like but I would just go from one extreme to another.
You're a machine, bro. I was telling you, I don't know, Mickey, I don't know how you done it. I don't know how you, because I work 5-6 hours on the weekend, like on the night, and I come home, I can't do it. But to go there,
Oh,
hats off to you, bro.
just I was there to grab content.
Yeah, mate, look. Shout to Restricted, bro. You put on quite a performance, bro, based on the videos, bro, and the AV and the sound and everything there, the lighting.
That's Horden, right? Like I hadn't been to the Horden Pavilion for a while, and what a
it's crazy.
what a place, great DJ. The guys from Teletech UK, that just it's just unreal. That whole sort of scene and era is
Fucking mad playing there. I played there once, cracker.
just got to Well, remember when I don't know if you're too young for this, but Freedom Festival. So
Yeah, no, I was there. Yeah, that was there.
Dave Friedman had that, and so
Yeah, there you go. Freedom Festival, Wheel of Sounds, Future Music,
all of that. Yeah, I was all of that. Yeah,
Harbour Life.
Future,
Harbour. Oh fuck that! I'm getting upset, bro.
It's all gone.
Done, cuz these kids don't know Mickey and Joey, bro. They don't know.
well, I reckon
Sydney is
it's just interesting.
hey.
It was just interesting, right? Like it's just I think I still think there's still great things that are happening, right? There's obviously plenty of scenes and parties that are happening that we just don't know about, right? But but that's what appeals to them, you know. But we also, for us, it's just different now, right?
It's not what it used to be.
It's not what it used to be, but it's still great, you know. Like I think it's just coffee raves are the thing, pancake raves. that's where it's at.
No more anxiety walking up the stairs to DCMs, the stairway to heaven, bro. Cause they used to be the best feeling.
What, at 4 a.m.?
Nah, walking up, bro. Cause I used to go underage. Sorry, Neil. And I'm not gonna say the name, but bro, I used to go underage. So my first experience, I was like 17 years old, 16 years old, 17 years old, and bro, walking up those stairs, I've told this story before, bro. Neil would be at the door. I'll see him cutting fucking rat tails off people, and I was just shit. I never used to
Have you got him on here yet?
No, I should hit him up, eh?
You should.
He'll have stories, eh?
He'll do it.
I don't know. Maybe just like I'll call you out, Neil, wherever you are, and if you're listening to this, look, the stories are incredible.
Yeah.
I don't know how much he gets interviewed because obviously he has done some incredible interviews. So get him on if you can, if he's up for it. He talks to so many different people.
I don't even know if he remembers me, bro. Last time I seen him was in the cross when I was walking around when they walk around the cross in the street and stuff, and
I just saw a photo because I went to.
He looked down at me.
I went to Neil's wedding.
Did ya?
Right. So Neil was married to Tiffany, which she was, I think, was Bardo, like one of the singers. One of those.
Yeah, Bardo.
Like I have this rich history of me being at his wedding. So we just have this, huge laugh, and there's Dave Freeman and John and all of these particular people. Like, so it's really funny when you start looking at all these photos in the past, because when you have self-doubt, and I've had plenty of self-doubt recently, I start thinking, wow, that was an interesting life, and that was a great life.
I feel like it never happened, but anyway, I swear it does. It doesn't fucking never even existed, bro. Like,
I can't remember it.
I remember it, bro.
Well, think about COVID, right?
Yeah,
like we had a thing called COVID.
It was like
Bro, in 100 years, we're gonna be the laughing stock.
Hard, bro.
They're gonna think we're the biggest dopes.
We listened.
Well,
We're opening up Pandora's box, aren't we, gentlemen?
Don't do Pandora's box.
Mickey, it's been an absolute pleasure, my friend.
Thank you so much.
Mate, so much to take away from this. Mate, you got me.
You're one of the first.
You got me. I'm usually the one, right? Like applying the heat, but you got me, bro. And I'm glad it was you.
Yeah.
I'm actually glad it was you. You're an absolute gentleman.
Thank you,
mate. I wouldn't have a worry in the world, my friend. You have a lot going for you. You're absolute blessed. We were blessed to have you. Thank you so much, man.
My pleasure, boys. Well done. Congratulations. Like I said at the start.
Thank you, Habib.
You're doing a really
Thanks,
good
Mickey.
job.
You're an absolute...
Keep it up, and I can't wait to keep on watching and seeing all the successes that you guys
That's
have.
awesome.
Thank you so much, though. I know you've been a day one, bro, and you still are, man. And thank you so much. Whatever Joey said, bro, times two, bro. Sky's the limit, my brother.
Thanks, boys.
100%.
No worries.
Mickey.
Legends.
Thank you, bro.
Legends.
Guys, thank you very much for tuning into another episode. Joey, pretty good, eh? That was good.
Really, bro.
That was good.
I love
Mate,
that one, man.
Mate,
I loved it.
Had it all. Guys, I know I sound like a broken record, but please do not forget to like and subscribe to all our socials at the BillyJoe Podcast on our YouTube, Spotify, and our Instagram. Also,
Mic'd up.
mic'd up. Yes, mic'd up.
Dan.
Dan, the man, and Tom, thank you guys very much.
Tom the Bomb.
Our sponsors, thank you very much. You'll see them coming up on your screen too. Without all you guys here, this is not possible, man. And
Won't be able to do it.
we're living our dream through you guys, and thank you guys very much. On that note, guys, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a good weekend. Oh, week. Not weekend. See you guys.
It's the BillyJoe Podcast, where the truth gets told. Stories from the heart, yeah, the vibe is bold. Talking real life, breaking through the pain. Every single episode, a change in the game. Billy and Joe, they bring the real talk. From the struggles and the wins to the late night walks. Voices of the people putting truth on blast. No filters, no masks, just facts that last. They shine a little light when the world feels cold. Conversations raw, turning stories to gold. From mental health battles to the dreams we chase.